Hello family and friends. This video is about mistakes I have made in past purses as well as changes and additions I have made. When putting on the handles and the button loop, make sure the button loop is on the back, not on the side that has the pocket on it. The side that has the pocket on it should just have the handle. When sewing the lining, make sure that the pockets are facing the correct direction for the opening, that you sew the correct three sides. When I did it one of the times, I accidentally sewed across the opening instead of across the bottom. Whew! I almost made another mistake. Gotta read the pattern directions quite carefully. I almost had the right side of the bag inside, facing the wrong way. Caught that one because I read the directions 3 times. The first change I made was to the handles. Instead of being 22 inches long each, I've made mine 24 inches long each, so I have a little bit more room. Another addition I made was this lobster keychain holder. I used the leftover strap from the ties and the button loop. There was a little bit left over, so I just sewed across here and then sewed it with like 1/8 of an inch to attach it to the lining, and I tried to line it up so that it wouldn't fall into the pocket. About 2 inches up from the pocket, so the keys will end up on the outside of it. The pattern doesn't call for sewing the lining closed, but I just can't stand the thought of having an opening in the bottom of the bag, even though it will be covered up with a board stiffened bottom. I gotta sew it. I'm working on the last part where you make the base to go in the bottom of the purse, and I'm using this foam board instead of cardboard because it's what I have, and I'm using my rotary cutter because it's already dull, needs to be changed anyway, so I thought I'd see if it would work. So far it looks like it does. So I measured the inside of the bottom of the purse to come up with this measurement. Mine happens to be 5¼ inches by 13 inches. And I drew it with a pencil on the foam core, cutting it out. The next thing I'll do is make the sleeve to go over it. I'm cutting my fabric for the sleeve so that there's about 1 inch on the sides. And then about 1.5 inches on the bottom. Okay, I turned the sleeve right sides together, and then I cut it apart so that I have 2 pieces, and now I'm going to fold these the top of this about an inch on top on both pieces. I'm gonna iron this down, and then I'm gonna sew the sides at 3/4 of an inch. So I've sewn all the way around, about 3/4 of an inch. I did a 1/2 inch on the bottom here. And then I'm going to just fit this in just to test it. I'm not going to turn it inside out, just testing it to see if it fits. And it does. Well, I just made a big mistake. I did not sew right sides together, so I'm taking it all out. Well, I made the slip cover for it. I must say that it's just as easy or easier to just glue the fabric on the top of the cover instead of making a slip cover for it. A lot less frustration and one less mistake. As an addition, I bought a button cover kit from Joann's, and the only sizes they had were 1 1/8 or 2 inch. So I chose the 1 1/8, and the first thing it says to do is take this template and find the best place on the fabric and then trace on the outside and cut it out. Next, I'm supposed to center this fabric over this mold. And press it in. Oh, it snapped right in. That's good. And then tuck the fabric into the shell. Well, that didn't work. Take 2. Put the fabric right side up over this mold. Center it. Put the button outside over that. Get it where you want it. Press it in to the mold. Check to be sure that's where you want it. It looks pretty cool. Tuck the fabric in. Put that over the top of it. And then press down firmly with a pusher. Looks like a water bottle cap. To snap into place. I didn't hear it snap into place. There we go. Snapped into place. Well, that's pretty cool. So there's a button covered with my fabric. I'll have to see if it fits. It worked. It fits. I really like how this purse turned out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.